All right, guys, here we're going to talk about the movie Small Soldiers. 1998 Small Soldiers. Lee, had you seen it before?
Of course.
This one was epic.
Liked it better the first time when it was called Toy Soldiers.
Often that one gets confused when I would ever bring up, have you seen Toy Soldiers? And they go, oh yeah, I love that, blah, blah. I'm like, no, you bastard, it's Sean Astin.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so I don't think I have seen Toy Soldiers, but whenever someone says, that movie's great, I'm like, yeah, with the toys?
You're that guy.
Yeah, no, exactly, because why would I watch that boring movie when we have this movie here?
Well, they're different movies exactly, but this one here, pretty fun. Phil Hartman's last movie, I believe.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Now it's sad. Oh, it says like for Phil. Oh no.
Now it's sad. I was a big fan of Phil Hartman, and this came out. I think I was like playing Blasto. I was watching news radio. I was like, all right, jingle all the way. I'm a big Phil Hartman guy. So now let's watch the classics.
You have a Phil Hartman poster on your wall.
Well, it's a shrine, but no, this was always a big fan.
It's like the Pamela Anderson poster, but it's Phil Hartman instead. You're just like, you love Phil Hartman.
Didn't everyone have one of those?
Some people, most people, I think.
Yeah,
not everyone.
I think most. But yeah, like this came out, fun cast, good people.
Big
the
cast,
concept
obviously.
definitely to grab you if you were the right age during this. Genius marketing to sell toys. If you're like, hey,
did they
this.
sell these toys?
Of course they did.
Makes sense, yeah. Okay, I'm a little older than you. I watched this, and I have a theory as to why it didn't make a big impression on me.
What do you got?
I think it's cool, the premise, the effects, and the cast. We'll get into all that once we're spoiling it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, yeah, it's fine, and I sort of forgot about it. And I feel like having rewatched it now, I feel the same way. It's fine, and once we're done here, I'm going to forget about it again.
Yeah.
It's not a big... Oh, really? I thought you were going to be like, you love this movie.
The characters, I think this hit definitely harder the first time I saw it. It was also a theatrical watch, so you got a little bit extra bang for your buck there. Yeah. I'd say the animatronics, the actual characters, leave a little bit to be desired. They do look a little bit like toys, but they are playing toys.
Yeah, they're
so
dated now,
you could do that. You could swing it both ways. We're like either yes they were spot on, or because nowadays it would have done so many there would have been so many more functions and facial expressions and stuff. It would have been like the modern Chucky doll or something. But I think for what it was when it came out, this was definitely a banger, and now it's charming and nostalgic. It's not necessarily as strong.
I wanted to fight with you
remembered.
about it. Yeah, okay. I think I felt that way the first time though, and again, I have a theory as to why that I'll explain when I can spoil. But it's fine. It is very novel. It is very different. Maybe not so much anymore, but it's interesting. I can't imagine you've missed this if you're the type of person that that would like this. But with the cast it has, with its interesting childish flavor, I think you could go for it. Definitely,
no, and a wide range in that cast where you could definitely, the parents could sit down and enjoy it, the kids can enjoy it, and now you can look back going, oh, all these people are in it. It's like, okay.
Well, I'm such a nerd or whatever that I would have been like, it's Jay Moore and David Cross.
Oh, for sure.
Amazing.
They're some of the biggest draws. Dennis Leary would have been the biggest grab, I think, at the time.
Like stand-up comedy.
Kirsten Dunst now.
Stuff. Yeah.
I always forget the kid's name, the lead kid, but he went on to be in a lot of things.
Yes.
He was in, I think, Everwood was probably his biggest pull. Like the lead character from that show. With Treat Williams, which, was the biggest draw of that show. But yeah, so if you've seen this or don't care, falls over to spoilers, and if not, pull out now.
If you need a place to rent content, you better listen. We're Cannibal Video and we eat the competition.
All right, guys, here we are for the spoilers of Small Soldiers. So, Lee, let me hear them spoiler-filled thoughts.
Let me begin with a story. Indulge me as I regale you. I went and checked. The Phantom Menace came out, Star Wars Episode 1 came out the year after this. And that is, in the theater for that, is when I had my epiphany. When I said, I am too old for this shit. This is not for me anymore. And I like certain things about it, but I don't feel like I should about this. And I'm going to I'm going to start doing drugs, I'm going to play guitar, I'm going to kiss ladies on the mouth. I'm busy. I can't be doing this anymore. Can't be getting invested in
any
things
day
that
now.
are not for me. What?
I said, any day now.
No, we're still working on it. It's a plan. It's not been fully implemented, but I have, a system that okay. So this came out the year before.
Yeah.
I did not have those feelings watching this, but in retrospect, I think this may explain part of why. I was like, that's a cool premise. I like these people. But then I was like, whatever. I kind of forgot about it and moved on with my life.
I think
you were younger than me, though, so I think you held on to this nostalgia.
I was still a stickler even then for bullshit. And I think the thing that stuck in my craw about this one was the not taking your own science seriously.
Yikes.
And the things how they made more, they made the Wendy dolls.
That's insane.
Gwendolyn dolls, whatever the fuck they were called. The Barbie fakies.
Yeah.
I think voiced by Sarah Michelle Gellar, which that was cool.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
See, I would think just the people and the stuff, you would have loved it. just to get a piece.
The people are great.
But,
What falls apart is again it's the script stuff. Which
Making the
Wendy
dolls though makes absolutely no sense.
Because by the fact that you can make those, they don't have the skeletal structure. They don't have any of the things. There's nothing there. Like the whole point of this is you made these super advanced toys, and that's why they can do these things. You see them from beginning to end.
You put munitions, chips, and toys?
Where they have a skeletal structure, much like the T-1000, like type of thing, and like they're doing their thing. You can't just like shock things while you hold a chip and it makes plastic turn to alive.
It's alive.
Like there's some extra stuff on them, but it doesn't make sense.
Not enough.
It doesn't work.
No, like where did the voice come from? Like where did any of that happen? Like,
and even just distributing that chip amongst other stuff.
Yeah.
Like even if they had been like taking apart electronics in the house and finding chips, and somehow that's the excuse or something. But I still like
it all falls apart for me.
Yeah,
like there.
that unique chip should be what the whole thing is about. And even after you've killed them, that should be the thing. Is like Chip should just have like a handful of heads and be like, all right, men, I'm gonna find you a new, and then do that or something, right? It should not be able to do
It's a cool concept that I think you could run with today and make a fun horror movie out of. Like Killer Toys is always gonna be good. Like Puppet Master's the reason there's fucking a million of them, because like people like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And these can beat you because they're not demonic. They, it's science, and science always gonna be scary because it's gonna keep getting better. And it's already too good, so the fact that it's gonna keep getting better, even worse. You could do a thing with this. I think there's a lot of legs.
Like a Black Mirror sort of thing.
For sure.
And like the best parts about those movies to me are the parts where the kid's like, no, the doll did it. And the parents are like, shut up, Billy, you're lying and all that.
You pawned my woodworking tools so you could pay Joe?
No, I'm pretty sure the toys took them.
Are you trying to upset me? I mean, are you deliberately?
And this dabbles in that, but it's not that movie. So
no, they think he's a drug addict.
Yeah, we're trying to get to the thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like we have the one scene, but there's no like running thing. Like there's that Tales from the Crypt even where the dude trips down the stairs and then they watch the footage and the little dolls, there to trip him and shit. Like like that's creepy. I like that stuff definitely. And this is not that.
Yeah, I do like how Tommy Lee Jones plays our lead bad guy, Chip Hazard.
Himself.
Major Chip Hazard, reporting for duty, sir.
There was a plan that didn't pan out that was going to have the full cast of Predator be the voice actors of all the different dolls.
Oh my
and Arnold
God.
would have been Chip Hazard, and then like everybody else would have been all the other dolls. And I'm like, that would have been fucking amazing.
Jesse Ventura, Shane Black, everybody. Oh my God.
Carl Weathers.
That's dope.
That would have been like. Like that would have been something to fucking see.
Yes.
Like Tommy Lee Jones, pretty great in this. I'm not not mad at what we got.
It's fine.
But
Yes,
just something about having that all-star cast would have been amazing.
Well, just for the joke of that, to be like, oh, do you mean in Predator or in the animated like spin-off of Predator? Yes, that's hilarious. I would have. Oh man. Okay.
It would have been something fun.
Yeah.
In this though, like I like it. I think it's a little weird in that you don't have. Our original designers, so like one of them is kind of just about the money, one of them like cares about the Gorgonites and has this plan, this whole thing.
This is pretty much the way things work down here in the real world.
Yeah, well, the real world sucks.
And they mash those two things together, but they don't really change their dynamics at all. Like the Gorgonites are still just there to be like, no, we're here to learn and do this stuff and blah 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 blah, and then we die. Like while your soldiers, the Commandos Elite, are just like destroying things.
We must eliminate the Gorgonites.
Yes. And they come off like a leg up, like by nature of it, where like they just activate, they do their things. There's no learning curve period.
Let the first shot be fired. Search out the Gorgonites and frag them all.
While Archer like has to like read Encarta. And like he's like a dick for no reason, where he's like no, I just pretend like I'm a doll.
Come on, Archer, back me up here. Say something. Halt! Who goes there? Talk to me!
Alan.
Okay, I'm not really live.
Well,
like
he's shy, yeah.
But it's such a strange thing.
He's trying to like keep it on the DL.
It is all programming though, and they're not programmed to do that. So like he should be doing whatever the fuck he does. Like why do they have personality and evolve while the Commandos Elite are just killing machines with no thoughts.
Well, they evolved to get better at killing and find other things to kill with.
I guess.
No, like they make a big deal out of the Gorgonites are supposed to hide and then lose and all that stuff. But yes, that's part of the joke is that like David Cross thought this through and is like, okay, this guy is he's the noble leader and this is the vine.
They're lost, and now in order to get back to Gorgon, they have to find out as much stuff about our world as possible. And this way, the kids can learn and do research and can find out about.
Did you say learn?
Starts going through his dumb thing, and the guy's like, learning? No, next. And like, oh god, and like, yeah, like I think Transformers is originally a few different toy lines that they smashed together, and they said, you're the bad guys, and you're the good guys, and you're these guys, whatever, and they did the whole thing. So like, there is some precedence that I would have known about to be like, we're just gonna smash unrelated toy lines together.
The problem isn't the unrelated nature of them, it's the not tweaking them all to be the same. Because if you're a toy line and you want to make money, like having them just break the monsters would lead the parents just not buying any more of the monsters.
Well, no,
if you make them both break each other, you end up buying both things and it builds a thing.
Things have gotten out of hand. Those chips have done Lord knows what.
Am I not being clear? They can learn within the boundaries of their primary programming. Whatever the core programming, the X1000 enhances it from within.
And this is also funny to me in retrospect, how he buys the super advanced nano lattice organo chip thing.
Yeah. Imagine it can learn.
What are you talking about? Artificial intelligence?
No, actual intelligence.
And that makes them into super powerful, super intelligent.
And how much must those be?
Like, hey, it's all
he gets
approved.
them at such mass surplus, and their retail price is $79.99, I think, for like the
geez, that's cheap.
for the toys. And I'm like, that's not the chip. That's the toy with the chip in it. So like all the mechanics that go into this most advanced toy ever made still cost pretty cheap.
Dennis Leary,
cheaper than Legos.
Dennis Leary pre-approved everything.
Tell you what, add a few zeros to the end of that number, get in touch with our military division.
It's just in the slush fund.
I liked Dennis Leary in this. Like, less is more with Dennis Leary in a lot of regards.
Yes.
I think when you put the right amount of Dennis Leary, it's like amazing. He plays this part perfectly.
We can make missiles that can hunt down one unlucky bastard 7,000 miles away and stick a nuclear warhead right up his ass. I don't think we're gonna have a problem with this.
He starts to do one of his signature rants, which I am sick of now in the year 2021, and I would have loved back then because of who I was. But he starts, and then they brilliantly feather the brake. They like throttle it down. Everything works.
Okay, I'm sick of shampoo commercials that try to convince women they can look like Claudia Schiffer after one cycle of rinse and repeat. What if these toys actually could talk?
He's not doing, and you know what? Coffee flavored coffee. He's not doing this like insane unrelated stuff. He's just talking about toys and whatever he's talking about, right?
Yeah.
And then they let it pass, and it's all good. And he never does it again. And I'm like, this is perfect. Well done.
I think my second favorite thing with him is like Demolition Man. Like,
yeah.
I think the little parts for him, very, very powerful. But like, I like Jay Moore in this a lot. I think him and David Cross have a really good relationship.
I got 2 words for you: countersuit. 1 word. Countersuit. 2 words.
It's 2 words, Larry.
Good rapport. They do what they're doing here. I think that's good. Phil Hartman, funny across the board.
Oh yeah.
No problemo.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure.
He's always aiming to please. I always like seeing him and stuff. And he's good here. He's that cringy dad. It's great.
He reminds me a lot of his character in Jingle All the Way, honestly. Like, just a little bit more tech savvy and less Christmassy.
257 channels, closed captioning for the hearing impaired, and Dolby Stereo where available, which is right here, right now.
Yeah, this was a thing that he could do, and he deploys it here well and all that. Yeah. I dig it when he's like not opening the door, when he's like, I'm hiding. Stuff. Yeah, it's good.
Hey, honey. Damn it! Bimble, you freak banana!
Yeah, I think he died in the middle of filming this.
Yikers.
So, like, I don't know if there would have been more things he would have done that got cut or changed. Yeah. But it didn't feel like anything got, like,
No.
Like he's just not in the second half. Like,
he's there
it wasn't
for the
anything
end,
like
right?
that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah. They'd filmed the basic things. And I
think one of the biggest bonuses of a movie not filming in order is you can still get those kind of things happen. The coverage.
Cobble things together,
Yeah, I like the main character's dad, too.
What are you packing, Tiny?
Packing you.
too. I think he's
Who's that
good.
guy? Do you know
He's
who
in
that
a lot
is?
of things,
Yes.
and I always like him. But he's one of those character actors, so I'm like, I don't know his name.
No, that was
going to
be my
stuff,
thing.
and I
Is
like
like
him.
is like even Allen's dad, who's just the random dad. I'm like, it's that guy, and I'm like, oh, that's just like we are nerdy enough to know Jay Moore's name, but we're not nerdy enough to know that guy's name. But that's a guy too. I'm like, it's that guy. Yay! Yeah.
Kirsten Dunst is good in this.
Yeah.
Like I think she had a string there, where like these kids action movies, like action comedies, and just kept getting them.
You've done this before.
Once or twice.
And then as she got to be like a real actress, I thought like I enjoyed those movies a little bit less because I like crap more than I like real things.
You do like crap.
Yeah.
No, I think of this like this is a lot of good people. It's not like it's wasted on it, but it wasn't required for what the movie ends up being. So you get these nice things. You get like the dad punching the dude.
Bear in mind, you will be called into court to substantiate your claim.
And you get these nice moments where it's like, oh, this is like a movie. It's like Christmas Vacation or something, where it's like you didn't need all these people to be so good, but you did it, right? I like it.
And what these little robots are doing is like insanity. Like they very quickly jumped at little plastic bullshit weapons and they start making actual things that will destroy and cut and maim.
Standard issue is not good enough, soldier. Is insufficient, soldier.
Yeah.
Breaks it. Yeah, it's wonderful.
They have like the tiniest little rocket launchers that are bringing down trees and telephone poles, and I'm like, what are those things? And by and large, their aim is absolute dog shit. Yeah. But occasionally those pinpoint precision moves that just to detour her from her little Vespa or whatever she's driving.
And there's a point where it gets kind of real when like the nail gun part happens, right?
I got hit. I'm all right.
Right,
oh yeah, because his dad.
Yeah, because I remember that for me clicked into like the Gremlins vibe or Critters or something, where every now and then a movie would have something where like, oh wait, you could actually get hurt that way.
Yeah.
Because in my head it's like, wait, you like you can't cut off someone's head. Don't be ridiculous. But like a little something stabbed you with a thing. I'm like, oh no.
Corn cobs to the leg, nails to the leg, like things happen, and you definitely get that. I'm glad you mentioned.
Oh, those little cornhole things. Okay.
The gremlin, thing. Like we have a Gizmo toy in the dumpster next to our boy. We have Gizmo's a password.
Mine's Gizmo.
Hey.
Because we have that through line of he made that movie also.
Yeah, this is what's his name, right?
Joe Dante?
Yes, Joe Dante. And it's got our man, I forget his name now. Crap, Nick something. Nick Miller? Vic Miller? Rick Miller? Miller.
Dick Miller.
Dick. The guy who's like, hey, you got gremlins, and he gets the same
Their relationship, that's one of the most ridiculous parts of the whole movie. Whereas like
I'll give you all these toys, whatever.
He's just willing to lose his job.
Okay. One whole set. I'll lose the paperwork someplace. This better not come back and bite me on the ass.
It won't. I swear.
And you gotta get him off the truck.
Like over nothing.
Fall off a truck.
Just take these. Or just even before that, before it even becomes a thing. What's in there? I don't know. Let's open it up.
Hey, come on, buddy.
What?
What are those?
Let's find out.
It's not even like they just peek inside the box where you could be like, oh, the box is down.
He's
they
like
open
taking
up
it off,
the individual
tearing it apart,
toys. They've been there. He activates. He's like, say your name or whatever the fuck he says.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, listen, I love that guy, and I'm happy whenever I see him. And from him, I believe it. I believe he would
Honestly,
do that.
I don't like your tone. It's too loud.
You saying that never in your entire career has anything just fallen off the back of the truck?
I don't like your tone.
Sorry.
It's too loud.
No, very slick, very nice.
Almost as slick as that check printing gun that they have at the end.
I don't know, Mr. Mars. I may have some trouble handling the gears. What with the critical head injury and emotional distress I've suffered lately? Whoa!
Thank you.
Yes, sir, right away.
His response was like, hey, can you move the truck? And he's like, I don't know, I've been through a lot of stress, my neck, my whatever. He's like, how about this? And he goes, all right.
That'll do.
And they all have that same reaction, but in different ways.
What do you think the number must have been? Because like you
are
a
lot of zeros.
You are a huge fucking conglomerate company that like not like you're a big toy company. You're a huge company that bought a toy company just to make more money with military contracts.
No, they're like a
billions and billions of dollars.
Yeah.
So like what do you think? Like, he's like here's like $10 million. Move the fucking truck. Like
his thing, like okay, for like the truck driver probably like several $100,000, but then like the dad of the kid that made the phone call who was like I'm dying, so the toys are trying to kill me. You know, he's like, even you don't have enough money to. All right, maybe you do.
I don't think even you have enough money to pay for that. Okay, maybe you do.
And his house is like collapsed a little bit. Like shit's done. They cut the wire. They've EMP'd the neighborhood, like so that the checks wouldn't stop there. Like
no,
everything's broken.
They're gonna do a tour. And keep checking. Yes.
But I love that. There you go.
Yeah, the assistant, everything's very slick.
What the fuck was her name too? It was like Miss Kegel.
Yeah, okay, that's a thing, right? That can't that can't be a joke.
Gentlemen, I'm Miss Kegel, executive assistant to Mr. Mars.
It's the only joke name in the movie, though.
That's a tight name.
Look at this. Thanks over 100 merchandise licensees for the next 2 months.
But like, he opens the boxes, he even gives them fucking signs, like promotional signs. And I'm like, this is a covert operation here, bruh. And you gave him like one of each sign.
Thanks, Joe. I owe you one.
You owe me 12.
There's more signs than toys you gave him, honestly.
There's like end caps and there's things, right? It's a whole, it's
absolutely crazy.
Way extra. And like, that's a big deal when you violate, like, what is it, street date, release date? There's a name for it. That's like a thing. It happens all the time, but like, it's a thing. People don't like that.
You wouldn't necessarily want to advertise it on this small mom and pop style store that, like, you know, they sell like wooden bullshit. They don't have money.
They sell the toys that Santa gives kids in like shitty Santa movies.
Yeah, well,
it's like
in the 1820s.
Well, an elf made this, but like they'll do it in like 2017.
Yeah.
It's like, elves made it though. It's a block of wood carved to look like a boat. It's like, what the? Who wants? I want an iPad. Come on, kid. Yeah.
I love there's a sign that's in our main character's bedroom that says "Question Reality."
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
oh, he mentions the X-Files. That whole thing too would have been like, this would have been like a comfort movie where I would have felt like I understand all this, but again would have been like, and now I forget about all this. But yes, his whole character, at his Erie, Indiana haircut and his X-Files references and the dropping. You like Led Zeppelin? Me too. All their dumb stuff.
You like Led Zeppelin?
Yeah, they're the greatest.
They're my favorite band.
Now their whole relationship is humorous because like immediately they kind of click and this and that, but she still has this meathead boyfriend who gets lit on fire in front of the stairs.
She says, "I only date older men."
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone in this town, teenage-wise, seems to be riding motorcycles too. Like all his friends are there, this and that. I'm like, okay. It does look like it's a nice town. Like it looks like it's a town from like a book. Like what town could you have this toy store in? Like.
Yeah, it's like Maine or some weird thing like that. It's some weird, super. It's very white. It's a very.
It's white bread for sure.
Very bougie town here. Yeah.
I love Fire the Bazooka, and it's them with a slingshot firing Rick Bazooka.
The guy named Bazooka. That's brilliant.
Genius.
Absolutely.
Prepare to fire the bazooka.
Yeah, his whole business with like how he latches onto the bicycle and it's like grinding his crotch away, his legs get ripped off. Like I'm like, okay.
Damn potholes.
No, that's a great sequence because it starts off adventure-y, but then it gets very dark where he's like crawling around and stuff, and then like I wasn't clear if they can feel pain.
Sir, I'm pretty messed up, sir. Hold on, son. We're on our way.
I wasn't clear what's going on
Seems like he could feel
here.
pain.
And it happens twice to like two of the characters where they spend this time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, Sarge, I'm not doing well, and they're like, ugh.
Yeah, I wasn't sure why. I guess because his legs popped off and the guy's legs got like mangled off.
Yeah, they're just shredded down there. They can't put him back. But why is that? He's not bleeding to death. I don't know why.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Like, is it if you're open circuitry, you're bleeding power? Because they have power that lasts forever, is what they say. We put a nuclear chip in them, or whatever the fuck they say. They're like,
did you like that? Because that like addresses like you're always nitpicking.
Batteries lasting forever is great, but again, when you then say it costs $79.99, I'm like, how?
It's a lost leader. He's trying to corner the market. These toys do what's on the what's in the commercial, whatever he says.
Yeah. But it's weird because you would think you would not put in lifetime batteries for a toy that you want to destroy the other toys. Like,
they don't
why
want
waste
that,
any money?
The chip's gone crazy, and they're like too good at it.
Yeah.
They're supposed to just go bang, 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 and like not actually figure out how to kill them.
I picture they covert like like pull little wires out and do things like, oh, it just stopped working. Gotta buy a new one. Oh, day after warranty, sorry.
They hit the big button and they all fall down. Yeah. Time for the new model.
Well, that's an interesting idea.
Forget about this batteries not included crap. We're gonna stick in a lifetime Globotech lithium cell. Keep these things running forever.
Operation Sandman! Ting!
I love it.
It's like homemade catapult.
It's so good.
It's as timely as ever.
Chemical warfare. Operation Sandman. Fire when ready, Private.
What, like roofying people?
Yeah, putting pills in ladies' drinks.
And men.
Cosby just got out.
Yeah, and men's drinks.
Yeah.
They do both.
Well, I think they just
So I was
put it
checking
in
for
her
that.
drink, and he drinks her drink.
Is he drinking her drink?
I think so. I
Wasn't
think
sure
he
if
goes
had
like,
his own drink.
and he
Yeah, I
drinks
saw
it.
him drinking it, but I wasn't sure because that's very convenient then, and I don't like it anymore.
And no one notices like these sizzling fucking pills, just like, oh no.
I think World War II was my favorite war.
Uh-huh.
I just love that he gives it Operation Whatever, like his presence in the movie, Tommy Lee Jones, and Chip Hazard's attitude towards everything. Like, negative, we're doing this, and you're like, yeah, this is great. Because all the rest of the soldier toys are unironically terrifying and like bad.
Fully posable.
R&R, sir?
Request a 3-day pass, sir. Denied.
Their faces look like weird,
Yeah.
twisted Joker gas. Like
Well, that's
faces.
especially Bazooka. Like
Yeah.
his mouth opens far too much.
It's very creepy, and they all kind of suck. And I'm like, this is whatever.
Yeah.
Communications.
The voices
Double
on
your rations.
The voices on the Commandos though are way better than the voices that we have for the Gorgonauts because they
They're
have
very
weird like
stereotypical,
you're the Phantom of the Opera voice.
We tried to fix him.
Hey, Whitehead's radio.
Some assembly required.
It's like, but it doesn't match what your character looks like.
The one, well, like one of them is the Hunchback, I guess, and stuff. But
Yeah.
like, I
His
really,
matches.
Yes, but I really only like the
Slam Fist.
Yeah, like I like the design. Like Archer was fine.
Where are they?
My Gorgonite brothers are doing what the Gorgonites do best. They are hiding.
They're very different, which I don't like. And I like the one scene where they actually like do stuff. I like that a lot.
Yeah, where they actually fight to help save Alan.
That's what I would have grasped at, fervently as like a younger person, because I like those premises and how we see stuff where he actually uses his arm launcher to do something. Does
This
all
could
those
have been a
things,
fun
but,
cartoon, like a cartoon of the world that those toys are based on. So like,
You want to go to Gorgon, yeah.
Yeah, actually Gorgonites fighting them like, oh, we have to fight. Oh, we died.
You're thinking of Starship Troopers.
Well, I mean, like where
Not
it
two
would
snowflakes.
it would be the feature around the Gorgonites, and you have these bad humans, the flip of what you would normally get.
Yeah.
Not Rico in the Roughneck.
I'm gonna make a spin-off of Starship Troopers where like they're just gentle, peaceful bugs living in an equal society, and then all of a sudden things start exploding from space.
Smart bugs.
If we hide, we will still lose. No more hiding.
Okay, but like the worst of the Gorgonites was that spin around guy, is what I was gonna say.
Insaniac?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
he's my favorite.
Hey, meet my wife, the old ball and chain. Hey, I love working it around. I'm not gonna stand. Oh, look at that. You don't like stand up, huh, GI? Then sit down. Thank you and good night.
Freakazoid, whatever it is. No, it's awful. Would you like that?
Oh, my favorite one.
Why?
Visually, I think he looks the coolest.
When he's not spinning around, I guess.
Well, when he's spinning around, still his head is what's kind of the cool part. Is still there.
It's
and
so
like
gross.
I do like that they all do have weapons, even though they're supposed to be these peaceful whatevers. And he
Yeah.
has like that battle mace, and he's just cracking and doing his thing. Because like all the toys, all the weapons that they have in quotes are still the toy weapons. Like those are not weapons they made. So like that's him just spinning around a little piece of plastic.
He
and
puts something into his thing, but yes, in general, no. And like I just
a nail.
I don't like any characters that are like. I don't like anything like that at all. I've always hated that, even when I was a baby.
That one I happen to like a lot. Just something about
I like
him.
the weird alien rhinoceros with like the thing he runs through the guys. I like that.
Drink.
You know that dude. Most of them though are bad. The eye guy and the other
punch
hoppy.
it and scratch it or something like that.
Pop it and socket. Like the little jumpy man and the eye guy or like whatever. They don't
That
seem
guy
to
reminds me
fit.
of
It's like
Blinky
something.
from Bucky O'Hare.
Okay.
It was like, just an eye man, but he had arms and legs, and this guy just has legs.
Hey, not so close. You'll ruin your eye.
He has parts.
Yeah.
It's weird. They're also kind of twisted and horrible, but scared me less than the Commandos.
Yeah, well that's for
afraid
sure
of
because they're
something.
kind of cute and mostly
in a way, yeah, or like recognizable.
Did you like how the mom's like a professional tennis player all of a sudden?
I
She's
loved
like racking back these flaming tennis balls.
I love
And like
that.
when the tennis balls get past her, they're just like on fire in her house, causing no problem at all. But when they go outside, like they roll over and just destroy and kill.
Yes.
It is pretty nice.
There's one part where she finally hits the launcher that must have the
the
like,
propane tank or something.
flammable things, and then that goes up, and I'm like, whee! I love the different people taking charge and how it's a crisis, and like, you know, that mom is like, okay, you do this, you do that, you guys, I don't know, hide or something.
Yeah, get in the closet, you nerd.
These like useless people and like calling the shots. I dig that, actually. I feel good about this.
What about the, like, we have to have all the power on, so the Transformers, whatever. I'm like, wouldn't the amount of power always be through the Transformer?
No, at that point, I was just like, what's happening? Whatever.
Yeah, that just seemed like a, kind of plot point.
It's dark in here.
Yeah, it's night, genius.
No, I mean, there's got to be power going through the Transformers in order for them to overload.
Why do you think Phil Hartman blamed Alan in the first place? He's like, your kid, he drugged me, he did this, he blah, blah. There was no reason to believe that their kid did anything.
No, he assumes that Alan deflowered their daughter and must therefore have drugged them in order to accomplish that task.
Dad, he's telling the truth.
He's brainwashed you, hasn't he?
But why would that even be your assumption? Like, she has a boyfriend as a thing like that. Like, why would you even think this neighbor kid who you've never seen before is doing anything?
They're obviously stooping now, so he's like, there you go. I'm making it up. I
don't know. It just felt very like, okay, you needed a convenient thing here to get them all together.
There's a running thread throughout the whole thing of like being suspicious of Alan or misunderstanding things or blah, blah, blah.
But those are from his parents.
Yes. I hate that stuff so much. So I'm usually trying to ignore it. And then finally, once it's over, I'm like, okay. And then I like relax and I can finally enjoy the movie. Once they're all on the same team fighting the monsters outside, I'm like, fine, good, we did it.
That's weird.
I thought there had to have been some other cut thing out of there, or they like, like where, they would find something, because like, I don't even know, he wasn't even in their house at that point. Like, I'm like, what is the, I like Kirsten Dunst's character, like, taking charge, beating shit up and doing stuff.
Oh, and she comes in on the lawnmower and stuff.
Yes.
And it's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, I forgot this part was in there.
Yep, no, that's pretty dope.
Dated CG, but a good idea. I would have liked them to be like breaking into the house more and different stuff like that, where they would be like showing...
They just kind of get in the house. They don't show them how they get in the house.
Well, I wanted them to like pop in, like during the standoff at the end when she's winging the balls back and forth. I wanted a like SEAL team to be like popping up through the toilet or something, or some weird like backdoor thing to happen. But
they are at the top of the stairs with a flamethrower at one point.
Balcony's closed.
It's like, they're here.
Yeah, they get in, definitely. But I wanted there to be like we are infiltrating into the thing and we got to whatever, like a map and like a thing. Oh, sir, you're right. They're right on top of us. Do like an alien reference.
In general, it's cool that he just went to the Toys R Us and like took a truck for we got all these things like that. That's fun. How like he took this small unit of things, which are all killed through one crash, where they connect like Transformers poorly.
Right side lock, left side lock.
More like they connect kind of like their Fantastic Four. All the vehicles like go and they all click together and they drive after the bike and they all go over a little cliff and they all explode.
Oh, that the first time the movie ends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would have liked for the movie to end there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like that we missed the good stuff after that, but that was the point I felt like it should have ended. And I was like, oh, we have so much more movie left. Oh no, I was very.
I think all the best parts come after that part, though.
No, I'm saying like cut off those parts and put the ending in there in my life, like make it shorter or whatever. But yeah, no, I think as a younger person, I was like, where are all the Gorgonites? Why don't they all come back?
Yeah.
What's happening? Meh. And you don't have to recall them because they're gentle giants, but still.
Yeah, I do like that they're all saved underneath that giant satellite dish, so there is a reason to have that thing, like the callbacks from the beginning.
No, that's like good script writing, definitely.
Yeah.
And then to have them there, and then to have them go off at the end, makes me sad.
It's a little sad where you're like, okay, they're just going to go out there, because there's no Gorgon for them to go to, and they're just going to eventually get injured and die in the
Gorgon
middle of
is
nowhere.
wherever you realize your home is a house and stuff, yes.
They're looking for their parents that they'll never find.
They're looking for, what were they looking for in Land Before Time? The Hidden Valley Ranch dressing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
They were going to go there. Yeah, no, I actually, it's funny we are so alike in that I had the same thoughts occur to me of like, oh, well, every injury is permanent. You don't have access to any way of like fixing yourself or making repairs out there. You're going to find there's going to be curious predators and like bad camper human kids or something. Something's going to get messed up at some point.
Archer was stabbed in the leg multiple times by Chip at the end of that thing when they're fighting on top of the the telephone pole, and he also falls like 30 feet. So like all those things could just
he
leave
weighs nothing. He's fine. Yeah.
He does weigh nothing.
I'm joking.
Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure what they must weigh, because they do fly pretty good when they get hit. I don't know.
They're made of depleted uranium cells. They weigh.
It almost appears
100 pounds each. Yes.
I like Chip on his helicopter. That's pretty good.
I love the smell of polyurethane in the morning.
Was that an accessory, or do you think he built that? What happened there?
A lot of things I wonder if they built or are accessories, because when they come off the 18-wheeler, they like already have a lot of stuff. And it's more stuff than they would have built, mostly because all that stuff got blown up. So what is all that jazz? There's certainly a like Barbie Jeep thing at one point that looks like it's probably for kids, but they're using it. I don't know. This is part of the thing where I'm like, oh, the Gorgonites are dumb with it. Like, you know, they take this warm-up period to get started, while Chip Hazard and his boys are like engineers and they're building things, understand how things work, they're taking apart things. Like, these are complicated things they would not have been programmed for, and he never sat there on Encarta or reading through like the diagram on how something works. So I don't know why they're so much better. It seems like a one-sided war, and I don't like it.
Well, this just proves or like demonstrates that evil will always triumph because good is dumb.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
If you want to support the show, head over to cannibalvideo.com, pick up some merch.
And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.
That's alright.
Yeah, that's something.
Whatever.
Fuck these motherfuckers.
What are you looking at?
Cannibal Video has everything you need. A wide array of VHS and DVDs. We ate the competition, now it's only us. Our expert staff